Hey David, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Listen, I took the initiative to call you because reading some of the blogs online, I was quite distressed to find that someone was maligning your company and saying things against you, which I knew were not true. I normally don't do this kind of thing because you have your business, I'm doing my things in China. But I thought it was very important for me to speak to you and really let you know that I was distressed by this. I met you 6 or 7 years ago, I think.
Yes, that's right.
You were in another location before you located yourself in this very grand building in the center of Beijing. And I remember at that time, I didn't know who you were. I just called because I saw your advertising online or maybe in one of the local weekly expat newspapers. And I needed a visa at that time, and you were able to provide visas.
Yes, that's true.
So I came down to see you. You had a very nice location in a very nice hutong. And within the time that you told me the visa would be available, I got my visa. You told me it would cost me so much. It cost me so much, and not one thing more. The people in your company were very, very kind. They walked me down to the visa office. They stayed with me while I was being interviewed by the visa agent. They took me to the counter. I had my photograph taken, returned to your office, and then some weeks later I had my visa. And we've been in touch ever since. I think you got me 2 or maybe 3 visas at that time.
Yeah.
So you and I have a good feeling for each other.
Yes.
And I wanted to just restate that when I saw this about you, I knew it couldn't be true. So here I am with you, trying to offset and maybe even annihilate this person who is saying these, what I think would be slanderous and libel statements against your company.
Yes. Yes, indeed. We know each other for so long, and there is absolutely, been in a business, in a service industry for more than 6 years, and having thousands of satisfied clients who film their videos for us and share their experience, and recently having this kind of comments suddenly pops up online saying some false information to trying to put down the reputation that we've been building for so long, definitely is a centralized attack on our name, and it's a very well planned, I need to say, but I still believe that the amount of work and efforts we've put into our business, and the amount of clients that we help so far, I don't think that this kind of attempt can ruin the reputation that we built by years of hard work. And I think our clients are the one that speaks for ourselves.
I see also many times on WeSeen that you have photographs of some of of your interns' outings.
Yes.
I've also seen some of the comments online that your interns have made about the experience that they've had with your company. So I just find this other kind of malicious language, I really can't understand it. Right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm trying, in order for me to provide the best quality service for our clients, I regularly take part in lots of the events. And because I was one of the interns many years ago, and I made my step to China, and I realized how difficult it was for me. That's why I believe that the things that we try to help people, and using our knowledge and our experience. And when I see these kind of things, people saying behind my back, I try to analyze this whole situation. And of course, in the past, we used to have people working with us, and apparently some of the people who was working for us his expectations perhaps were not met. And now I'm receiving very weird emails asking me about how the situation, how everything is going, and then giving me some very interesting offers of paying a huge amount of fees for taking care of my reputation. And it's a very well planned thing. I can see that because the way the story's been created, and then the amount of money that's been asked for me to bring my clean up my reputation. Obviously, that's not the game I'm gonna play on. It's not the rules I'm gonna accept. But instead, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and what I'm doing best. And I think my clients that are put their trust in me for so many years, I'm going to get a very big support from them to tell the truth to my prospective clients, what it is like to be a part of Gi2C, be a client of Gi2C.
One thing I've noticed is some of the websites or some of the online blogs that have posted these negative comments about you have discovered that the comments are in fact negative and have removed the negative comments from their blog, because obviously they have checked the background of your company, maybe has spoken to you and discovered the real reason that this person is going against you.
Yes.
So if you go to some of the blogs, they say, I'm sorry, this blog post is no longer available. One of the magazines in Beijing has removed all the negative comments. And one thing that I also found very peculiar is that the language in many of these attacks against you from different named people all seems to be the same. I think if you have someone who knows how to write or doesn't know how to write, it's very difficult to change your writing style to suit a different medium or a different newspaper. We are who we are. I know because I do writing, and it's difficult to change your style or your personality when you're writing something negative. And the other thing I found that's very, very strange, in this particular magazine, they used your photograph, and they used someone else's photograph, and they used your photograph, and the newspaper or the magazine itself knew that it wasn't you had posted this, and for some reason allowed your photograph to be published, and have now taken it off because they knew it was a fake posting.
Yes, indeed. The people were using my photographs that they took from the internet, from our website, and create a fake accounts on my name, just to make the whole story sounds more trustworthy and try speak on my behalf, trying to protect the company, and then using many different other accounts to basically change this whole picture to a negative side.
Yeah.
However, the administration of the site, of the magazine, have confirmed that all of those accounts that have been associated with our name and people that never exist or are working in Gi2C, all these accounts been created with very public email addresses. It's never been used our real accounts, our real email addresses, and they put a disclaimer on that just to verify that there have been lots of false information. And yes, we have filed an official complaint to the Beijing Public Security Bureau as well as the local police station, and their cybersecurity cell promised that they will take care of this issue fast. As in Beijing, that they take this kind of crime very seriously, and I'm sure that they will find those people who involve in these illegal actions.
Some people don't know how to deal with the issues. Some people think they can take advantage of you. Some people know the business is over. We leave gentlemanly, even though I don't like you, I had a bad experience with you. It's an experience. We don't have a mental issue, or we don't become psychotic or manic obsessive to keep hounding you all the time and change the focus, come back to the same point that we're going against you. Get over it. I mean, life is life. Move on to the next stage of your life. But I think that something like this, you have to understand it's one person doing damage to you. You walk away from it, and I think once you give him less and less and less of a chance or a platform to attack you by ignoring him most of the time, he will eventually disappear.
Well, thank you, David, for coming by today. It was a really big pleasure for me for seeing you, and we'll keep in touch, and let's go out for a coffee one day. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very much. But I have to close by saying it's a pleasure to be here. But like everybody else, I'd still like to have $500 for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear friend.